What up YouTube, this is GIOSTEALTHR1 and I'm giving you a follow-up update to my Axial SCX10. So it's been quite of a while since I've done an update video on this RC, so I'm just going to go over a few things of what I've done and things that I'm going to do and stuff that's already in the works of happening. So as you last time I've noticed, RC screw kit the whole thing out. I ended up wire meshing over here. I'm not too sure what other little upgrades that I ended up throwing, but right now I can come across and tell you that I do have the lights finally. Well, you know what? You can't even notice it right then and there. Let me fire this bad boy on right now. And I do have the front lights and the rear lights right there available for the RC. Now, I ended up taking out the Axial controller out just for testing purposes and stuff like that. This is the first time I've actually utilized it, but it's pretty cool. And I'm gonna go over a few other things that I installed in this, which is really cool. First installation, as you guys let me know, this was a ready to run kit. I should have gotten the regular kit because I ended up having to change out everything to the aluminum links and stuff like that. Also, I ended up going with the Savox Sw-1210Sg, and this is the RC that I ended up choosing to utilize that with. I also ended up going with the aluminum servo horn. But an interesting thing, I was watching a few other videos out there, and I know there's Average Joe out there, and I was curious on how he did it. And he had to shim out, well, he had to grind out a little bit more of a pass right there for the horn to go nice and free. So I said, if he did it, then why not me? You know, personally, I don't really like doing that, but since I did upgrade the servo, I ended up going with that. The cool thing about it is, you know, just like DJ Medic says, you know, it's always an adventure of primarily what you're going to be doing with your RC. And since he's one of the king of the crawlers, I'm trying to get this RC up and running and do exactly what I needed to do. So when I do plan to make my trip up to Canada and check him out, going on whatever adventures he's going on, I mean, he has a lot of huge events. I definitely want to take part of that, and hopefully I can do that once the warm weather comes about. So here are the future projects that I'm going ahead to do. Oh, also, I ended up going with the onyx battery. This is a 5,000 milliamp 7. This is my first 2-cell lipo. First time I've ever owned a 2-cell. So it was pretty cool. It's pretty hard cased. I like that, the way it came out. Here are the upgrades that are coming up very soon. I'm going to acquire new types of shocks. I think I'm going with the G-made shocks. Those have been catching my eye for a little while now, and I think that's where I'm going to go with this RC. Also, I'm going to incorporate for the first time a Tekin setup. I have never had Tekin in my RCs before, and I think that is what I'm going to commemorate this SCX10 to be. Also, I just recently acquired the Spectrum waterproof receiver, and this will be running off my DX3R Pro. Now, there might be a DX4R Pro in the future. Not too sure if it's going to happen or not, but that's the things that I'm looking at. Also, another thing, I did not release the brand new body on this video because that body is still in the works. I'm still doing a lot of customizing with this RC. Mostly all parts are going to be on this RC is going to be Vanquish products. I'm talking about from the transmission case to the rims. I'm going to make sure that this thing, when I do bring it in front of Medic, he can honestly look at it and say, hey, you know what, Gio, you do a lot of good customizing, and that's primarily what I'm trying to go for. So there's going to be a lot of things. Vanquish light bar, Undertale kit, characters that are going to be in my RC. There's just a lot of things that I have planned for this RC. I'm taking a lot of time to get this prepared. I do have other projects that I'm working on right now, but I'm really excited and getting to learn more and more about this. I'm talking about anywhere from steel drive shafts that I'm going with this RC to anything as small as looking and trying to get the RC four-wheel drive plow for this unit. So there's a lot of works in this. I'm really excited about this RC. Rate, comment, subscribe. Give me your input of what you know about this RC and what's a definite get this, to get this RC right now. So rate, comment, subscribe, and to all my fellas up in YouTube. Later.